Okay, this video is about Frank Baum. He is the author of, The Wizard of Oz, one of the greatest movies of all time, masterpiece. He wrote the book in about 1900. The movie didn't come out till significantly later than that, but it's one of the all-time greatest movies ever, with Judy Garland as the star. He was a German, English, Scots-Irish Methodist author, Episcopalian. Some people say that the Wizard of Oz movie distorted its real meaning, that its real meaning had much more subtle undertones and symbolic economic protest in it. But be that as it may, it was described as a children's book. Supposedly in the real book, her shoes were silver. It was apparently about how the public and the poor get ripped off by the rich. But anyways, here's some quotes by him. No thief, however skillful, can rob one of knowledge, and that is why knowledge is the best and safest treasure to acquire. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that happened to me when I was married to my wife. It wasn't that far into our marriage. She started threatening me with divorce, and I'm like, at that time I was like planning life insurance. I was reading all about the stock market, and I'm like, oh crap. Because I know that my brother had been through divorce and a lot of friends have been through divorce. I'm like, I'm not going to go through all this bullshit. So I forgot about the stock market. I said, forget that. Cancel my life insurance. I just said, you know what? If she divorces me, I'm not going to make it more difficult. So I started to then realize, what I had wanted to do anyways is be academics. Because of all the social factors of my mom dying with cancer and now my new marriage, to my wife at that time, I went into like a private practice situation originally, which I didn't really want to do. I wanted to be in academics, but I wanted to be close where my mother was for the last couple of years of her life. So anyways, that's how that happened. Anyways, and Ben Franklin gave similar advice. They can't take it away from you, your knowledge. It's one of the few things they can't take away from you. Okay, now he talks about imagination. Imagination has given us the steam engine, the telephone, the talking machine, the automobile. And for these things, they had to be dreamed of before they became realities. So I believe that dreams, daydreams, with your eyes wide open and your brain machinery whizzing, are likely to lead to the betterment of the world. The imaginative child will become the imaginative man or woman who is most likely to create, invent, and therefore to foster civilization. A prominent educator told me that fairy tales are of untold value in developing imagination in the young. I believe it. Imagination brought mankind through the Dark Ages to the present state of civilization. It led Columbus to discover America. It led Franklin to discover electricity. It transforms the commonplace into the great and creates the new out of the old. So what he's saying is true. Kids don't need to memorize a bunch of crap in a public school. What they should be out doing is exploring life, reading on their own. Let them learn how to read the Bible. Let them learn about the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans. That will get them hyped up so they want to do something. It's because when you enjoy learning and you seek it out on your own, it's a pleasure, then you just soak up the information real fast. And all the stuff about learning fairy tales, learning about the Greeks and Romans, that will stay with you permanently the rest of your life, versus the way school is taught in the public schools, grade school, high school. It's designed to be forgotten. Nobody remembers anything. It's designed that way. And math, excessive math, also distracts you from stuff that you could remember. Anyways, let's continue with these quotes here. He says, time is given to us to be happy. So when we waste time, we waste potential happiness. The famous lines from The Wizard of Oz, we're not in Kansas anymore. That's what you say when you realize situations have gotten worse. It's sort of like, as a young guy, as an athlete, high school, of course, was a lot of fun. And then college, too. Sports are really honest. There's a little bit of dishonesty in sports, but not much. You get out in the real world, and you're constantly dealing with dishonesty and bullshit all day long, every day. So, what a pleasure it was. In a wrestling room, there's no BS. Either you win or you don't. You're the starter or you're not the starter. You win your wrestle off, okay? You compete in your match. You either win or you don't. There's no BS. That was nice. I miss those old days. I liked hanging around with wrestlers. Okay, he says, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, is the words of the Wizard of Oz when they've seen him. It isn't what we are, but what folks think we are that counts in the world. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. The Wizard of Oz said, I can't give you a brain, but I can give you a diploma. That's a little bit of a joke on a college. They can't teach a student how to think, but they can give them a degree. Dorothy said, if I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any farther than my own backyard. because if it isn't there, then I've never really lost it to begin with. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. I forgot the line by the Wicked Witch when she threw the bucket of water on her. Help, I'm melting. Anyways, all-time great movie. Hope you found that helpful.